Many of you have asked or are curious about how I find items on eBay or how to list an item on eBay, and this video is going to be just about that. So I have something that I have been wanting to list for a really long time in my closet, and today I'm going to do that with you guys so that you know like what I look out for when I'm listing a product, how I do it really fast, because I know sometimes it can be tedious or it can take a while, or I've seen other videos that do a lot of, they do it just out of scratch, and you don't know what I'm saying right now, but like you will. And this is a little like trick that I like to use. Maybe a lot of you also use it, but this is a really easy way of how to, list your products faster and just save yourself some time. So let's do it. So my husband actually bought a few Gary Vee shoes. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know who Gary Vee is. So I'm a huge Gary Vee fan, so is Matt, but we bought, or I should say, we overbought some of his shoes that he collaborated with K-Swiss.
To get a third and fourth pair of Gary's shoes, one on each foot. I think I'm going all out and getting like all of them. Can't believe I bought 2 more fucking pairs.
And we will not need them. Matt has plenty of other shoes, so I noticed that these were just sitting in his closet, brand new in the box, never worn, never touched, I don't think. I think they were still in the bag. So I'm gonna list this because I think they're worth a lot of money. At least when he bought them, they were probably like $100. They're probably gonna be $100. That's what's so great about selling on eBay, is that if you find stuff in your closet, you can probably make some money out of it instead of giving it away for free. You can maybe make a few bucks on it. It depends on how much you used it, or well, I shouldn't say how much you used it, how much love you gave it. That's what I like saying, because when you like something a lot, you wear it a lot, and then it wears down a lot, so you gave it a lot of love. Anyway, these have not been loved yet, but I want to give it to someone who really loves it. So this is how I do it. So the first thing I like to do in eBay is I like to search for the shoes, and as you can see, I already did here. So they're Gary Vee K-Swiss collaboration shoes, so I'm just gonna click that, and I'll scroll down, and on the left hand side I like to go to sold items, because this just tells you like what has sold recently. Here's the date that you can check when was it last sold and the price of when it sold at that time. This is really good because you don't want to list it too low or too high, because you want it to obviously sell for a reasonable price, or for a fair price, I should say. And here I'm just gonna look for those shoes. Oh, here's one. So this person sold it for $89.99 with $8.99 shipping. So that's pretty much like $100, like total, like including shipping. So one thing I like to do is do free shipping. So if I was to list this item, I would probably do like $88 or $88.99. I mean $99.99, not $88.99. I would do $99.99 because that's pretty close to 100, and I like to keep numbers kind of. I don't want to put like, I don't know, 95, 97 or something. I'm not like that kind of person. So that one sold for that much. And if you're not finding the color or anything, you can be a little more specific in your description or your search. So now I put green because I keep getting all these other things. Oh, look, this one sold for $92.97, and it had the best offer open. I also like to do that. So, this is super easy. Obviously, I've already clicked on this one. The shoes that I have are not a 10.5, they're a 9. But what I like to do is, based on the ones that sold, this sold like about 2 months ago, and that's okay. That doesn't mean it's never gonna sell, but you're mostly looking at the price here anyway. So what I like to do is like sell one like this. Okay, so now it's gonna take you to this screen where you're pretty much copying what that person put in their listing and pasting it, and eBay will paste it automatically for you when you click on sell one like this, because you're selling one like this, literally. So what I like to do is go one by one. So title looks great, icon knit, they are knit shoes, Gary Vee 001s, they're men's. Mary told me not to worry about the apostrophes, and it saves a little bit of space. And these are not a 10.5. These are a 9 sneakers, and they're new in box. I'm not sure I'm crazy about this capitalization or not. I don't like to put new in box here. I like to put it here. So, and in caps, so that people know that you are selling something brand new in the box. 001. I also like to put the sizes and the men's over here. So new in box, K-Swiss, Gen K, Icon Knit, Gary Vee. I think I like new in box men's size 9, K-Swiss, Gen K, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Okay. So I like that. I don't sneaker shoes. So the more you add to your title, I think the more, searches it'll get. So if someone types in new inbox Gary V shoes, since it's on your title, I think it would also pop up for them. So, the more you can have on your title, the better. Try to use up whatever characters they give you. These are new inbox. We're not going to worry about the photos just yet. And then this might sometimes pop up. And so I just make sure that it's correct. This is not correct, so don't update that. Department men, update. K-Swiss, update. They're athletic. Wait, where did I go? Over here. Department men, yes. Fabric, knit, yes. And I don't know what this is. Just ignore the ones that don't match to your product, but this one's correct. This, again, you have to update, make sure that you're putting the right size. Sometimes I accidentally have 2 different sizes because I forgot to update this one or the title. Men's, yes. Euro size 41, that's not correct. I don't know what usually says here. 42, these are 42s. So I'll also put the Euro size because you never know who's going to buy. It could be someone from the United Kingdom or wherever. These are not slip-on. Or yeah, I guess they are slip-on. I'm not sure. Knit. Okay, so what I like to do next is I like to copy this title and paste it here. I like to get fancy and use the advanced editing, make this in the middle, maybe bold it, make it a little bigger, and I hate that. I like times, and then I go back over here, and then I go a different size, a little smaller, because this is your title, so I just like to keep it clean. And oh yeah, the bold, get rid of the bold because now you're just getting to the smaller part. So size 9, I like to do 9 US and 42 Euro. EU? Is it EU? EUR, I was right. Okay. Also I like to have a little bit of space here. I like to write the color. So then I look at the product. What color is it? So it's green, black, and white. So I'm just gonna write green, black, oops, white, and then let's see what else. Okay, we're not worrying about the pictures. I like to put where they're made from, just because some people like when things are made in so these are made in Vietnam. So made in Vietnam. And geez, so many typos. I think it's because I'm typing pretty quickly. So this is just how I list it. If it was a shirt or something, or pants or something, I would measure it with the measuring tape, like the inseam and the waist, so that people know, even though the size is there. Sometimes, especially for women's clothes, when you're selling like a size 5 jeans, there's also 4 and 2, people who are in between or something, or don't know what a size 3 is. Or sometimes each brand varies. Some 3s might be smaller than others, some might be bigger than others. So just make sure this is the part after made in Vietnam that I put like the measurements, and I put more information like flaws, anything like that. So I'll put new in box, never worn. This is where I describe the item. No flaws. And I put please see all photos for details, because sometimes the photos say more than the description. People see what they look like, what if they're actually knit, and the colors and everything. People will verify. I like to make sure that the buyer will verify that what they're buying is correct. I like to put ships from I just put non-smoking, no pet home. I don't have any pets and I don't smoke, which are really good ups for a lot of people who are buying. If I were to buy something, I wouldn't want it to come from a place where people smoke a lot or, just smelly. The pet thing is kind of difficult. I don't have any pets, so I'm lucky, so I could put that. But if I did have a dog, I'd probably have to get rid of that. And you should too. If you have a dog, you shouldn't be lying to people, because some people are allergic to dogs, or there'll be dog hair all over the place. They'll know, and then they'll leave you a bad feedback. You don't want that. So after the ships from non-smoking, no pet home, I put fast and free shipping, because I ship really fast. I actually try to ship between 24 to 48 hours, which is I think the length that eBay gives you, or the option automatically. I think you can change that, but for me, I just like to do it right away so I don't have to think about it. It's just much easier. So fast and free shipping, and then I say thanks for, or no, actually that's not what I do yet. I do let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for stopping by. And that's it. That's how I describe my items. If there's anything else that's missing or you feel like it could be relevant, always add it in here. The buyer will buy it. They will look at it. So next, I don't worry about this fixed price. I like to keep it at a fixed price. It gives you the option to do auctions. I don't really do auctions at all, but I hear that a lot of people do when they are having trouble selling something. They just open that up. I think a lot of people that are buyers really like that because they could either get it really cheap or for a really, really good price. So if you find yourself not being able to sell something for a while, you can definitely put it on auction and it'll sell, you know, but like don't expect to get exactly what you want, you know. Sometimes it'll be lower or way lower because you just like don't have control over that. But for now we'll do fixed price, and based on the shoes that we saw that had sold already or are listed, they're sold around between 90 and 100 bucks. So what I'm gonna do is do 99.99 because I like that number. Who doesn't? And this is all optional, but for best offer, I like to have it on. I know a lot of you probably don't because it's much easier. You don't have to haggle with people or deal with people very much, but I like to do it because you just, you know, I feel like it gets buyers excited and they're like, ooh, maybe I can get it for 95 bucks. And I would accept 95 bucks, you know, but I won't accept 20 bucks. Okay, so don't even try it. So what I like to do is automatically decline offers, anything lower, and then you pick. So as you can see, I have a bunch here, but for this, I think I wouldn't accept anything lower than, I'm gonna put 85 for now. If someone offered me 86, obviously they're trying to get to me, but lucky for you, eBay lets you counter offer, so I'd like to counter offer. So I would probably counter offer with like 90 and then wait to see what they say. Most people accept, most people don't accept, and then you're like, okay, whatever, next. Okay, so I like to keep it as that. This is obviously optional, and a lot of you are probably gonna like say that, oh my god, $85 is nothing, like you should give them a lower offer. And it's like, no, look, you're just starting off, you know, just test it. If it sits for about a month, okay, change it, but I don't think it will. So yes, let's see, you ignore this. I honestly don't know half of these things. They make it so complicated. But anyway, this is for first class package. Of course, that's already set up for you. You don't have to click anything. I always like to ship it first class. You can always change it to priority or whatever option you want, but I like to do it, just keep it first class. And the cost is going to be free, so I'm not going to put anything with that. Yada, yada, yada. You could add all this information, but you really don't have to, because once the item is ready to be shipped, or someone bought it and it's ready to be shipped, you can add all this information and whatever. It's not a big deal. You don't have to do that right now. I also don't do any of these promotions. I know some of you probably do, but since you're just a beginner and you just want to get something out there or like know how others do it, this is just how I do it. And now I'm gonna save it as a draft because we're gonna do pictures. So I'm gonna save it as a draft. Here we go. Let's go to do this. Down. So now that we did that all on the computer, I like to take my phone out and use that camera to take pictures. It's just much easier for me. If you're doing thousands of these every day, I'm sure you'll find another strategy of how to do it. But since I only do this part-time and it's like, I only have a few items here and there, I like to just, you know, do it this way. But you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way that I do it, okay? So no talking smack about me behind my back or to my face, because, you know, we all have different ways of doing things. So be nice, be nice. Okay, so now that we're on the app, on the bottom right, it says selling. I click on selling, and here, see, right now I have 8 active because I haven't been doing this all that often, and I also sell on other platforms. But yes, you'll see that the draft is there, the new inbox men's that you create on the 24th. So I like to click on it, and then it'll load, your listing will load. And what I like to do now is take pictures. All right, so and you know, like eBay will tell you, I made a video about how you should list your items on eBay, but I like to use the floor. We have a pretty nice color floor. It might be a little dark for eBay, but you know, whatever. This is your store. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so I like to do camera. And obviously clean your camera screen because you never know. You never know what smudge you got. Okay, so what I like to do first is, obviously this is the shoe. I like to take pictures like from the front, like this first. So here's my first picture, and then I like to do a side profile. Wait, that's upside down, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, and then I like to do this way. Don't show my feet. That's always the problem. You can always crop that afterwards too, it's not a big deal. And then I like to do one from the bottom, especially if there's like some sort of text, which this one does have. So we'll take a picture here. As long as it's clear, you know, and not smudgy or weird. Yeah, make sure there's no hairs. Just found one of my hairs probably falling out of my hair right now. I shed a lot. Okay, so after this, I like to take the picture of the box, of it in the box, just so that people are aware that there's a box involved. It looks a little tacky, but honestly, trust me, the more pictures, the merrier. And then what else I like to do is take a picture of this. So this is just to confirm to the buyer that this is the right size and the right color and that they're the same shoes that they were planning on getting. So once you're done with that, you're done. It's gonna start loading. What I like to do now is go into them and just crop them a little bit if needed. So this one looks fine. So once you're done taking the pictures and you make sure that your little feet are not in the pictures, you just click done. And then you just verify here that everything is correct, size 9. They're new in box, K-Swiss green, and blah, blah, blah. Ignore everything else. Make sure this is all correct. New in box, men's 9. Yeah. Delivery, you're not doing that, blah, blah, blah. And next thing I know, you list your item. You list your item. List your item. It always asks me this. I always say maybe next time. And success, you are finished. Blah, blah. And then you're good. And then you listed your item. That's all you needed to do. That's what I do, at least. So yeah, that's how I list my stuff on eBay. A little recap is I will do it on the computer and search for the product because I think it's easier to do it on your desktop to fill out all the questions, to fill out like what size, what color, where it's made, whatever. I like to do that part on my desktop. So once you do that, I like to go on save it as a draft, and then I go on my phone and I take the pictures and then I just like add it there. What a lot of people do that I've heard is when they have a bunch, they just list a bunch on their computer, they don't add the photos, and then they do the photos afterwards. I know some people start with the photos and then they add them because they use iCloud. I don't have iCloud set up because I'm too lazy to set it up. I know it takes like 1 second, but it's just one of those things I don't really care about. Yeah, so that's the way that I do it. I'm sure you guys all have a different way of doing it, but this is just the easiest way I found for me. Eventually you will start implementing your own things and ideas and tricks and all these things, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Hope this video was really helpful because, you know, this is how I learn and this is how I do it right now. And if you wanted to start eBay, this is just the perfect video for you. It's for beginners. It's easy, you know, looking up stuff. But again, I want to have full disclosure here. Like, this is for thrifting and for brands that do exist. I know there's like some Etsy or boutique brands that wouldn't be that easy to find on eBay, like searching and stuff. For that, you'd have to probably watch someone else's video on how to do it from scratch. This one is just like if you run into brands like, you know, Nike, Adidas, K-Swiss, Gary V, or a specific brand that's like big already. But yeah, anyway, hope that this was really helpful. I'm so happy that you are all still watching me and still leaving me comments and liking the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I think that it's really important, and I like, you know, talking to you guys, even though it's just a camera right now. I know I'm talking to someone eventually when this video is posted. But yeah, I will see you next time, and thank you so much for watching.
And then that's recording, and then you're ready to do your screen.
Damn it.